So I don't have anything really scripted today. I've just been out fixing a lot of fence on the farm for the past few weeks, and since I'm introspected to a fault, I kind of wanted to quickly share some reflections with you. We're getting ready to get all the cows up, and I'll do all their annual vaccinations and all that jazz. So my brother's coming to town with his family, so I'm trying to get things set up. And one of the frustrations we had last year when we did this is a lot of the infrastructure that is the fence around the farm is in really bad shape. So one of the things that happens, you neglect fences, cows will find a way through them, and they stop using gates, they go around, and one thing leads to another, and then it's just a headache. And this is kind of one of the things I want to avoid this year. So I've been spending pretty much all free time just coming around and fixing things. And in some cases it's triage, but I'm probably going to spend most of the summer just rebuilding a lot of these fences around here. I'm actually sitting in one of the worst spots right now. This intersection is where we have this alley system that comes through, and this is where two of them cross, and inevitably the cows will go through the wrong spot, and well, much swearing and frustrations and whatnot, because one of the other problems is the cows can often go through the holes, but if you're on a four-wheeler or sometimes on foot, you just can't keep up with them because you have to go around and all that kind of stuff. So this is one of the problems or issues I would say with challenges with farming and ranching, is that you have to keep up with your stuff. If you drive around, you can see a lot of sort of sloppy looking farms, and inevitably when it's sloppy like that, that's when you'll start losing money because you can't keep track of everything, and you sort of have this case of disorganization. And it's probably one of those issues that's it goes out way beyond just raising animals. When our lives are disorganized, that's when, in our institutions are disorganized, that's when things start sort of falling apart. From an institutional standpoint, I think you could probably say that's what's wrong with a lot of things in the world right now. Is we have these institutions that were designed to do something, and they were designed to have a purpose and create some sort of regulation on sort of how things work. So everybody knows the rules. Everybody has their path. But when those things start breaking down, so whether we're talking about a government thing, a corporate type thing, or a personal thing, or a ranch environment, when the infrastructure start breaking down because you're so focused on whatever happens to be new that you're not necessarily paying attention to what is established, then we have problems. And then those problems just create frustration, and the frustration ultimately creates a sense of ineffectiveness. So whatever it is, get your crap together, get things organized. Whether it's you need to clean your house, mow your yard, pick up some trash, or fix some fence, or get a handle on that company you've been trying to run. Whatever it is, get it together, and you'll find out if you've got an infrastructure and you're paying attention to the infrastructure and what its purpose is, things will run a lot smoother. And when they run a lot smoother, you can work toward improvements. That way, you're being proactive and not reactive. And I think that's one of the big things to keep in mind with a lot of this. You have to be proactive about everything. If you're always behind the 8 ball, then you're just asking for trouble. So with that said, it's supposed to rain today, and I have a lot of work to do. And so I'm gonna cut this one off, and we'll just call it a day, and I'll catch you later, folks.